Today we have a powerhouse who has been on my Let's Be Frank vision board for literally as long as I can remember, and I've been following her since before she hired her first employee. She started in her spare bedroom with a passion for activewear and women's confidence, and now she's created a cult-followed label with a community that shows up to every launch. Alice Taya, welcome to Let's Be Frank.
Hello.
I am so excited to have you here. Like I just said, I've been following you and your brand for probably 3 years now.
Yeah.
From the beginning. Today we're going to jump into everything Aver Contour Collection, the early growth of Aver, what it's like being a woman running multiple companies. But first, I want to hear, how has your week been? How's your morning been? What's been happening?
That's nice. My week's been good and stressful.
Yes.
We are gearing up for November and December, which is in e-commerce like the Super Bowl.
Hectic.
It's literally the Super Bowl of the year. And it's annoying because it's at the end of your year, you're already just drained. You're tired. Like, I'm ready for a nap and a holiday, and you can't. It's like, no, this is when we actually start business.
Yeah.
So yeah, but my morning was good. I got to have a slow morning, wash my hair, look pretty for you. So yeah, it was good.
No, and you were coming right off the back of your Contour Collection launch. So that's where I want to start, because it's where you're at, it's what you're working through right now and what you've been working on for the last 12 months. So let's talk Contour. It's a rebrand. It's an upgrade of your original signature scrunch range. Why was now the right time to reinvent that signature moment?
I just feel like it's been 3 years since I launched, and my first product was that signature scrunch legging. And I feel like scrunch has been there, done that.
Yeah.
It's been its moment. You've seen it through every brand, in every gym, down every walk of the beach. Like, everyone's done it.
Yeah.
And I just feel like it's evolved. It's had its moment. And I feel like I've evolved as well. Like, I don't feel like I'm nearly the same person that I was when I started the brand at 21. I'm 25 now. So yeah, I just don't want an invasive scrunch on my bum cheeks anymore.
No,
I just
it's not
want
what you're reaching for anymore.
Seamless. I want it to be like a little bit more chic and more wearable for everyone. Like, I know all of my older siblings would never have worn my old scrunch. It was too obvious.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a perfect time, and yeah, everyone's evolved. Everyone's ready to just be like, you don't know
cheeky,
that they've got that
sneaky
magic on, but they've got that magic on.
Yeah.
You know?
I know it took 12 months of fabric development and bringing it all together. What were the biggest improvements you wanted to make, and what makes Seam Flex different? What do you think is different about it?
The fabric as a whole is stretchier. It's more, the hand feel is softer, which automatically when you get anything from online shopping and you take it out of the package, you're going to judge it like instantly. So the first thing you're judging is your hand feel, because you haven't put it on yet. Yeah. You don't sniff it or taste it. Like, you feel it. It's fabric. So it had to be soft. I didn't want it brushed where it would ball, because that's the worst, right?
Especially when you're doing Pilates, when you're on your knees, all of my leggings always get so bowly.
Yeah. So we've actually put a wash over our fabric at the end stage. You put an anti-peeling, anti-balling wash. So there's like all these fun things that you can do.
All these things you wouldn't think about.
No, not when I started the brand anyway. But yeah, just a lot of improvements of like hand feel, texture, and then to make it a little bit more user-friendly and to extend the longevity of the product. Activewear, like, you thrash your activewear. Like you just said, you're on your knees, you're on the rubber gym floors, you're rubbing your bum on them when you're doing your hip thrusts, and you can get balling and all that stuff. So as just the product needed to be better, and the fabric needed to be better to withstand all of the movement that us amazing ladies do in our activewear.
And I know I live in activewear. I go through leggings so fast. Yeah. And also just like the shape of them, it disappears so fast. Yeah. And then it's unflattering. It becomes unflattering. So it's so cool that the industry as a whole is progressing and becoming better, because
you can do so much.
Everyone these days, since COVID, I feel like is living in lounge and activewear.
Yeah. I hope that doesn't change.
No, me too. Me too. How has the response been? Was it what you were expecting, and what were you expecting from this collection?
I think it was what I was expecting, not in a cocky way at all. I just know my community so well, because I feel like I am my community, and for the fact that I was wanting this product so bad, like the first samples that are actually tragic of Seam Flex, I was still thrashing them. Like, they are not it. but that's how bad I wanted the product. And I, like I said, I know my community so well that it was just like, there's kind of no way this can flop.
Yeah.
In a non-cocky way.
No.
I just backed it, and I just knew my community, you see the DMs, you see the comments, I see emails, I see everything. You're lying if you say you don't.
And I think because we knew something was coming, you were telling us that it was coming. You took away the original scrunch at one point, didn't you? You did a warehouse sale and it was gone.
It's gone.
So I feel like your whole community was like waiting for, we need like go to leggings and pieces.
Which is actually like, I had a little, Lauren, my marketing girl, gave me an idea for something to talk about on my TikTok, but I'll talk about it here. Yeah. She was like, you need to make a video telling and explaining to people that you survived a whole year without your best-selling product and actually grew as a business.
Yeah,
like we've had our biggest year ever, and I've only in October launched what was our bread and butter. So we kind of flipped what our community loved about our brand on its head. And we're like, but this is also amazing. Buy this, you're really gonna love it. And because it is great, like this product is also good. But yeah, I just, when I think about that, I'm like, hell yeah, we've really grown.
Yeah, and I think that is a really good point. I never even thought of that you did survive without your best-selling product, and what companies can say that?
It's crazy.
It's insane.
And not survive, thrive.
Exactly. Continuously growing.
It's crazy. But that comes down to community. Like that's why you got to look after your community. You got to do things with them and nourish your community.
Yeah. Which kind of brings me to the next point. You did a booty camp for the launch of the collection, which was, I was lucky enough to be there, and my legs just got worse every single day after. I was genuinely limping. I had to take big steps. My mom was like, why are you walking like that? And I think it was from the RDLs, because it was disgusting how sore I was. But what made you want to turn this campaign and collection into an experience for your athletes and influencers and also community members you had there, and also put your products to the test?
Just to prove. Like, I feel like activewear can be very physically aesthetic and look amazing. We see it with so many of the amazing activewear brands that are out now. And sometimes you'll get it in your order and you'll try it on and you'll go for a fast walk or you'll go do Pilates and you're like, these are riding down. My undies are showing. Half of my calves are out. Like, this is not what I was expecting when I saw the product on Instagram on these stunning models. So I just wanted to have a moment to do something fun with the community, with influencers and athletes, but also show everyone, like, I'm taking these girls through a workout. Like, it was not easy. But that also comes back to me being a personal trainer. I was like, telling my boyfriend the night before, like, he was like, you're going to go easy on the girls? And I was like, I'm a PT. Like, I'm living for this. Like, it needs to be hard.
And it was a fun workout as well. Like, as hard as it was fun. Yeah. And I caught myself going to pull the leggings down and out of my crotch, but I didn't need to. It was just out of habit from other leggings and my normal workouts. And it was a really fun workout and a really fun event. I want to rewind and go back to the beginning before Aver. So who were you before Aver Active? You said you're a PT. Touch on that a little bit.
So in high school, year 11, I was like, I'm not going to uni. I'm not studying for 4 years. I'm wasting all this money on something that I'm probably not going to get a job afterwards. That was my opinion. And I didn't really love school, especially towards the end. I also wasn't very academic, and it was highlighted because it is highlighted in school. And I guess that's the same. Yeah, it does ruin your confidence a little bit. But I always felt and knew that I was quite creative, and there was other things that I was quite good at: dancing, singing, acting, being authentic and being creative. So and after I stopped dancing, I took up going to the gym because I felt a little bit fluffier, and I was like, oh, well, I don't like sports. What can I do? So I went to the gym and I fell in love with it, and I was like, I need to make other girls feel how I'm feeling right now. Yeah. So I was like, I'm going to be a PT. I'm going to train other girls, young girls, and I'm going to show them that gym doesn't make you bulky. You start to feel really beautiful in your skin, and you also feel like a boss. Like, you start lifting heavy weights and like nothing, it's unmatched, that feeling. Then I went and did my PT course and became a PT. I was a PT and online coach for 5 years, and I was still doing it when I started Aver, and I've now just rebranded that, and I've got coaches, and I'm doing that as well. So yeah,
Full
like to
circle
keep
moment.
busy. Yeah.
Yeah. What made you want to start Aver originally?
Being a PT, like you live and breathe activewear. I literally would wake up, put an activewear set on, train my clients, and then because I wanted to refresh for my own workout, I'd change into a different outfit, feel hot again, go do my session, go back to the gym, train my afternoon clients, like all day, all night activewear.
You would have had so much activewear.
No, drawers, drawers and drawers. And I mean, now it's worse. But
yes, of course.
Yeah. But yeah. And then I was ordering all this activewear online and spending my hard-earned money on it. Like I'm training these girls from 4 a.m. to 9 p.m. and I'm buying shorts, leggings, whatever, wanting to look my best. Because as a PT, you kind of get clients sometimes from obviously your vibes, your energy, your education, but your own physique. No, you know, 100%. Personally, I want a PT that motivates me from their aesthetic and how hard they train. And I'm buying this activewear, $70 a pop, $100 a pop,
it's not
whatever.
Cheap.
It's not. Sorry, everyone, but now I understand why it's not. Anyway, but and I was just unhappy. I was like, I wasn't feeling my most confident. I didn't feel like it highlighted the best parts of my physique or made them look better. And then I just started researching. I was like, maybe I can just get my own fancy little custom leggings that as a PT I wear. So it kind of like shows off my, as a uniform, shows off my glutes, makes my waist look more snatched. I'm going to get all these clients. I'm going to be busting. I'm going to be busy, booked and busy. But then my clients were like, what are those leggings? What are that? I need them because whatever, you look something else in them and I need them on my body. So then I was kind of like, cooking. And then I was like, I'm going to just start another brand and sell these. And it honestly was a hobby. It wasn't even a side hustle. It was a hobby. Like I was like, I'll just put another logo, sell these, like made some minor tweaks because initially it was a catalog product. I went and found a good product, whatever. Then I was like, okay, if I'm going to sell them, make some minor tweaks, change the things that I'm not loving, put my logo and went from there. So yeah.
How did you go about finding your brand voice, which I would say is confident, strong, sexy, empowering? How did you find that? Or do you think it evolved more with how the community saw the brand?
I think I've always pushed that narrative. Like even with my coaching, I only coached women. That was a choice. And I coached women to build their confidence. I never was a fat loss coach. I never was a bodybuilding coach or anything like that. I was a coach to help you build your confidence and feel like your best self. So sometimes my clients didn't have a 20 kilo weight loss journey, but that 2 kilo difference plus a little bit of confidence, education, they were feeling $1 million. So it naturally came from that.
Even I literally just putting the time into yourself makes you feel so much better.
That's all it is. I literally used to run a challenge called the Confidence Challenge in my coaching, and the final piece of the puzzle for that 12-week program and challenge was a photo shoot. And I'd push the girls, and every week we'd have confidence calls, and I'd educate them as best as I knew. And at the shoots, everyone was in bralettes and G-strings, and it didn't matter if they, like I said, lost 1 kilo. The mental difference was crazy. So it naturally came from that. I think Aver, I was like, I want to create clothes like how I felt when I put on those leggings and went to train my clients. I felt more confident as a coach, as a woman, as a person. I felt hot. So it came from that.
Yeah, naturally evolved with you, I think. You moved into your first warehouse and hired your first employee within your first year. How did that feel? Did you ever expect that? And how did that change your outlook on your business?
It was like, after I put a lot of time and energy into TikTok, Slay TikTok, we love her. I started to build a community quite quickly, which was really exciting for me, and it became like my life. Like I would film all day, edit all night on the couch. My boyfriend would be like, okay, like, are you going to put your phone down now? And I'm like, no, like I've promised to myself I'm going to put 12 months into not being a hobby anymore. I'm going to call it a company. I'm going to put all my eggs into Aver's basket. And if it does well, I'm laughing. And if it doesn't, okay, cool. I've wasted 12 months. I've learned some lessons, mad. And it ends up paying off. And my hallway was full of boxes to the roof. My garage full. Spare
I remember
bedroom
when you
full.
had like Felicity, who works for you now, helping you pack in your garage. So I think when you hired her, I was like, I remember her.
Yeah, she's my best friend from year 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would call up, I'm dying, please. So she'd be like, all right. And then she'd come over and be like, can you do my customer service emails? Like, I'm really behind on them. And my mum would help all the time.
Yes.
My sister, who's got 4 kids, came once for like a massive launch and helped pack for like 12 hours. My best friend, Chloe. So yeah, it got to a point where I was like, okay, I can't keep, I did pay them, but I can't keep doing this to my friends and family and myself. So or my partner, like living in that was not a home at all. And it was like
work life getting mixed
24/7. Yeah. You wake up, work, you go to bed, I could smell the boxes like 24/7.
You wouldn't be able to clear your mind of what you needed to do the next day either.
Yeah.
Living in that.
So warehouse. And then I had Bella and she was a game changer.
She was an all-rounder, wasn't she?
All-rounder. And she still is. Like, she's such a can-do person. And one of the hardest workers like I've ever met. 30-minute lunch break, she's gone. She's vanished. She's already she's like, I got shit to do, which I love. Obviously, who doesn't want an employee like that? But she's also a really awesome person, but she really helped because of that can-do attitude. She was willing to do anything.
And you need people that are just as passionate about the company as 100%, you are.
Which
especially when you're starting up, which is honestly a game changer, I think, because if they're not as passionate about it as you are, it's not going to be a right fit.
I don't expect them to live and breathe it. No. Like 24/7, I'm thinking about my business. Last time I was in the shower, I had an idea. I cut my shower early to run. My boyfriend walked in on me in a towel, putting into voice memos, Aver idea, whatever the idea That's was.
Insane.
Like,
how many of those actually come to life?
A lot.
Really?
I've got, a lot. I'm in the shower.
A lot of your ideas.
I'm washing hair, washing body. I think of it and I'm like, hell yeah. And then I go and do it. Like, I go to work the next day. The amount of times I send those, those send later messages. Yeah. So you like schedule them for the next day. I don't want to message the girls at midnight. And the girls will get like 6 cryptic messages at like 8 a.m. when they start. And it's like, Ava, starts May, maybe June. Colorways could be this. And then they're like,
we had a set plan. Like,
oh no, I'm
Alice,
the queen of rejigging the plan. Poor Chrissy, my designer. He's like, no, but she, again, can-do attitude. Yes. And that's all my girls have that. And that's why we all work so well together.
I love that. Speaking of our queen Chrissy, I want to go into design and product and production, because I think that's a side that a lot of people kind of look over and they get to see the pretty final product in the photo shoot. But like the contour collection, it can take up to 12 months and you do have to start designing a year before, a season before, and it takes a long time. And in the beginning, you were designing, you're doing everything by yourself, but you were designing and creating these collections, talking to the manufacturers by yourself. How did that go? How did you teach yourself how it all worked? Tech packs, it's all so complicated.
Yeah, I'm the queen of not doing a tech pack.
Oh my God, don't get me started.
I'm the Canva queen. Like, I'm doing lines and annotating and taking photos of the sample and trying to redraw on the photos. Like, just you make do with what you know. I'm not a designer by any means. I actually, before hiring Chrissy, I couldn't find the person that I felt was right for the brand and that understood the vibe, the vision, the aesthetic, and understood sexy and form-fitting and makes you, we say snatcheries, magic, and I was literally going to do a designing course or something at RMIT. Like, I was looking it up and Flick was helping me.
Going to end up at uni.
Maybe one day. But then Chrissy came along and that was the biggest game changer ever. I can't tell you how happy I was to... We still collaborate almost every day, but to hand over all the technical side of things and get her input and her knowledge has been insane.
Take something off your plate.
Definitely, but I'm always one that, like, I know I'm not the best at a lot of things, and if I can find someone that's the best at it, that it's actually their jam, their bread and butter, their passion, like, I'm like, do it, take it, run with it, give me your best ideas, because like those people... Like, they live and breathe it, and that's what I want. Well, that's why I want my girls to be in those spaces at Aver. Yeah, and I'm happy to like pass on work. I'm not really I don't think I'm a massive control freak. Like I still like to have my yeses and nos, but it's more on a collaborative basis. And if the girls have a better idea than me, I'm like high-fiving them. I'm like, bro, mad idea. Like you ate that shit up. This is all Chrissy's idea, this collection.
I loved that collection.
It was collaborative during the sample phase, but the initial spark and the idea was her and the colorways, and like props to her, like slay.
And especially it was her first collection with Aver, wasn't it?
Yes.
Especially to slot in that easily and understand the brand.
And model it.
And model it to understand what the brand is looking for and what you're looking for and what you want to put out there. First try and nail it is kind of insane. Like it was obviously such a perfect fit for your brand. And you said that you guys do still collaborate.
100%.
What is that process? Where do you start? Do one of you have a shower idea and then you bring it in the next day? What does the process look like to creating a collection?
So at the moment, it'll either be me loving something, and a lot of stuff from Aver comes from where my personal style is right now, which is great and fun because I love to wear everything. And I feel like 9 times out of 10, what I'm looking for, things I'm grabbing, a lot of girls my age are. But it could either start like that, or sometimes we're like, okay, we've got nothing for August 2026. Like we need to get some vibes going. So Chrissy might then head to Pinterest and start getting a mood board together or a color palette or something. And then we'll go from there. She'll ask me what I'm loving from the mood board, what I'm not loving, and then we can refine it. Then from that, she might do maybe 10, 20 designs and like full visions. And then the next thing, I'll come into the next meeting. I'll say, love that singlet. Those pants are weird. What's this bra? I'm not understanding. She might explain. It's very collaborative in that sense. And we'll cull, and sometimes I'll add to the vision. Sometimes I'll take away. It's just a conversation. It's my favorite part of my week.
How do you decide about like how big a collection's going to be? And then if you're not planning on a collection for 1 month being as big, but you come up with this crazy cool idea and then you decide you do want it to be a big collection, how do you make those decisions?
Yeah, it's next year we've got a lot. Like we've planned up to December next year. And then for instance, this month we had like a mini drop of a product that did really well, which was our wide legs and our Maya crop. So we did those sets in restocked colors plus 2 new ones. We had that, and then we had the contour collection at the end. And the month it was an insane month, and I feel like we really listened to the community and we jumped on it quickly. So I want to have more moments like that next year where we can be a little bit quicker and jump on things when they're hot and exciting. But outside of that, our normal collections are planned. Like up until December next year's planned. They will change. Once you start sampling, sometimes things on paper look amazing, and then when you see it physically in fabric on body, you're like,
what the fuck?
That's actually embarrassing that we even thought of that. But yeah, we always cull and we always create, and there's always new ideas. But being able to just jump on stuff quickly and having someone like Chrissy, like I said before, that can do attitude. She's always willing to ask the questions, to be like, hey, we're 6 weeks out from this drop, but we've had this new idea. We wanted to do it in this color instead of that. Where are we at? What can we add? What can we do? She's very good with decision making and negotiating. So that's a game changer.
I think something else that a lot of customers and people that watch you online probably don't understand is the actual communication side and how much time it goes into talking with the manufacturers. You can't just expect a product turnaround in a month or 4 weeks. There's so much that goes into it. So how have you grown with your brand and communicating with your manufacturers and building those relationships with them?
Yeah, honestly, like 6 weeks is like, if you can push something out in 6 weeks, that is fast. That is so fast. It's like the contour took 12 months. So things take time, especially good things. But communication wise, just consistently nurturing those relationships. I actually went to China for the first time early this year with Chrissy. It was her 3rd week working at Aver, and her and I shared a bed for a week. So that was nice for her.
Nice bonding. Get to know me.
It was good. It got her out of her shell nice and quick, and I hope I made her feel comfortable. But we went to China for a week, nurtured those relationships, met with the factory that we collaborated with for the contour collection for the first time, never even met them. Whereas our bread and butter factory, we've been working with them for 3 years. They've come to Melbourne heaps of times. So constant conversations. Chrissy always laughs about the fact that she speaks to our manufacturers more than her boyfriend. And that's not even a it's not even a lie.
Yeah.
Like it's an all day, everyday process.
I mean, especially if you've got
They work
collections planned so far in advance.
so far in advance. And a lot rides on collections. And in the month that collections are launching, there's so much pressure. You want to make sure it's left the country, it's on the way to Australia, how quick's the shipping, where's it landing, what date are we getting it, who's unpacking it, do we have extra staff? Like it's an everyday stress. And again, we always laugh about the fact that once a collection's done, like the contour collection was last Thursday, on Friday, we were already speaking about like you don't get to really bathe in the excitement. Which is probably a negative, but we just got a lot going on and we're growing. So I'm always just reminding myself like it's because we're growing, it's because we're still a small team, but eventually it will be a little bit more relaxed.
No, when you've got more help and you're probably a little less involved, you'll be able to enjoy it more. But I think a question I just thought of then is how often do you have something go wrong with your manufacturers, whether it be delivery times or you're seeing two different visions?
Oh my God, sampling, you're always seeing two different visions. Like sometimes I'm like, okay, cool, they read the tech pack, but how after working with us for 3 years, could they think that I would want that?
Where did they get that from?
Yeah, crazy. But in terms of how often things go wrong, I would say often. Like you're constantly putting out fires left, right and center, even if it's not in manufacturing. Often, but nothing extreme. The only extreme thing that's kind of happened to us with manufacturing is we got stuff in Australia and unfortunately it didn't get thoroughly checked before leaving China. And once it's in Australia, it's in Australia. Like it's really hard to get a refund on the product, send it back. Like, are you going to ship it back and pay all that money?
Who's paying for it?
So we ended up getting it all recycled actually and made into furniture because I was not willing to sell that product.
Really?
It was bad. It was really bad. That's why I let go of that factory and found a new factory for contour. And that's
I was going to say, what do you even do?
Cry, bawl your eyes out.
How does that even happen? Like,
it's just a lack of checking, lack of being all over everything. And I'm partially to blame for it as well, but you learn lessons very hard and very fast. I've never made that mistake again. And Chrissy as well, when she came into the team, I told her the whole story and exactly what happened and everyone that was involved. And she was like, that will never happen because I can't do that to you again. Like we lost like $100,000.
Yeah. No, it's not cheap. Even
and then I had to pay to get it recycled.
Like insane.
I had to pay to get it recycled as well. Crazy.
That's diabolical.
No, diabolical. And it was right before Black Friday, so that we didn't have a top up of our best sellers for Black Friday. How does that happen?
Like, what's going on?
Cry, just cry. But put your next hat on, think of a solution and move forward.
Yeah, you can't dwell.
I didn't let it affect us for very long.
No. You can't dwell on those type of things, unfortunately, as much as you'd like to.
But we had people saying like, just sell them. I'm sure people will still buy them $2, $5. And I was like, I can't have people walking around in that.
Like Depop and stuff.
I couldn't. I can't. It's still got my logo embroidered into it. I can't have people wearing that.
It's your name and your face and your brand
at
the end of the day.
Yeah.
Fabric tech is, as we know, like a massive part of Aver and your products. And like we've said over and over again, you're constantly upgrading and redeveloping your products. You've developed trademark fabrics like 247 and Seam Flex. What pushed you to do that with your team and why did you want to make trademark fabrics?
It just adds an extra layer of official. Like they're not playing around.
You're
they
not
haven't
finding
just
them anywhere else.
No, you haven't just chucked a name on it and called it a day and picked a fabric out of a fabric book. Like we've made this fabric with the factory. That's not to say that with trademarking, like if someone else, probably shouldn't say this, but if someone else found the exact makeup of our fabric, the exact GSM, the exact hand feel, brush, not brush, what we've put on what solutions are on there for the anti-pilling and all that. It's not to say if someone didn't find that whole recipe somehow and call it Stretch Flex, they can't trademark that. So it's not trademarked the fabric. When you trademark the name for that exact fabric makeup. So it's still awesome and I love that we've done that. I feel like it makes it really official, makes it really fun.
touch. What goes into curating those fabrics?
A lot of back and forths, like heaps. And I know my factories have a really extensive quality checking process, and they've got rooms where they've got these metal balls with spikes on them, and they run it across the fabric 100 times, and then they send it to you with like, it's like science, fully science. Give it to you with a booklet, and it's like, we run it past the thing 100 times. We've noticed that the balling is X%, and like crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's full. And when we went, it was like my mind, it was honestly Disneyland for me. Like their factory was insane.
So they were testing how the fabric held up.
They test for transparency. They test for stretch and like how fast it can come back together. Yeah. Everything.
Do they do like washing tests? How long it lasts in the
They've got like 50 washing machines and dryers and all different brand washing machines. And
that's insane.
It's really crazy. It's super cool. And honestly, like if anyone does have a fashion label, whether it's a small or big business, like go and visit them. They love it. They live for it. And
it brings another side of understanding as well.
Yeah, they took us out for lunch. Like they really enjoyed having us and hosting us. And they're also very proud people.
Yeah.
And they were very, very proud to show off their facilities, what they've created as that's a business too, you know. Just as much as I'm proud of my business, they loved showing off their factory. And I was eating it up. I was loving it.
No, it sounds like an incredible trip. And also an incredible experience, like I said, to understand where your business is actually being built as well.
For sure.
What has been your favorite collection or piece you've ever made?
Honestly, I feel like, that's really hard. Probably just the most recent, honestly, because a good pair of scrunch leggings, like I said at the very start, makes me feel extremely feminine, extremely confident. And
you've put so much time into this one as well, so it's understandable.
But I'll say that about the November, December ones.
Yeah. So no, we could come back here and it'll be whatever's new. What has been your favorite collection campaign you've done?
Again, probably the recent one. We had lighting technicians. We had this big warehouse.
It was a production.
Lots of models. Like I had the official headset with the microphone. It was like we all had these like walkie-talkie headsets on. It was just, I always like to, I'm not really too serious. Like as much as I still want it to be an amazing video and get my money's worth and make it a day, I always have so much fun on set. Like I dance, I joke, I burp, I laugh. I make the models feel really comfortable. Like, cause it's all it is. It's fun.
If you want them to show the activewear and it
be authentic,
come across like hot, good activewear, they have to feel that way.
For sure. But yeah, the recent one was fun just in terms of it felt really official. But we've done in the past, I did one that was like choreography to a Michael Jackson song.
I was going to say, do you want to know what mine was? And I was going to say that.
Yeah.
I remember when you came out with that and I was like watched it over and over and over again. That was so much fun.
That was like our first expensive sort of official one. Like I was the model of it, but I did like choreography, a dance lessons for like 3-4 weeks learning it. And then I had to do that dance like 12 times or more. My back, when I got home, I couldn't even straighten my back.
Because you had multiple outfits going.
Yeah, because I changed while I was dancing. That was a really fun one. But that collection actually low-key flopped, which was really sad.
Because it was a sets.
It was the matching sets, but I launched at the end of November and learned my lesson so hard. Everyone's doing Black Friday. No one's paying for a full price product, really, let's be real, during November. So, that was really disheartening, but that was my favorite collection. And that got a lot of like natural organic traction just because it was fun. It was original. It was different.
It was so fun.
Yeah.
I want to go into socials and team because we touched on Chrissy and your team is just like such a beautiful team. But I want to go to socials first. It does not feel like you are promoting a product on your socials at all. It feels like you've created like a keeping up with Aver Active TV show on your TikTok. Genuinely, like every day people are going to check to see if you've posted because it is their TV show and it's their entertainment. So what has been your social strategy throughout the journey of Aver?
Authenticity, like 110%. I love the girls to be their natural selves. How you see us on our TikTok is how we are in the office all day, every day. So how fun would that be?
It's
the best. But yeah, authenticity. I love that all the girls are very individual. We're all kind of like characters on a show if you want to relate it to Keeping Up. We're all different, but we all are really wholesome, and we are a team, and we really do love each other. We love working with each other, and we look out for each other. Like outside of work, if anything's wrong with one of us, like I'm stressed. We're all stressed. But in terms of socials, authenticity, consistency, I think is really important. Like we do show up 3 times a day on our TikTok. We don't have to anymore. Like I say to Lauren all the time, if you just want to do 2 here and there, no stress, no problem. She's like, it's my job, and the people want to see the videos and they love it, you know.
They're going to be commenting what's going on.
Or my mum's the same. She's got post notifications. The second she sees that we've posted, it doesn't matter what she's doing. She sits down, she watches it, she comments, she does her thing. I love that. And I just love that part of our socials is because it is very authentic, and it's not we're not cookie cutter. We're not trying to be the other brands that are popping off as well and match that energy. Yeah. Like someone that I can think of that's also popping off is Remy by Riley. Their socials are insane. They do a lot of skits, and they're very funny, and that's their page. I'm not trying to be that. I'm just trying to be us. And by doing so, we can put out more content. We don't have to overthink it. And it's just organic and natural. And we always wear Aver to work. So that's, I guess, how we promote it in our videos.
It's very subtle, because you wouldn't click on it unless you looked at the bio, or if you had a recent launch and there is
lots
videos about product, you wouldn't think that it was an activewear company. You would think like it's almost just like a workplace with girls posting about their day.
Dress up as grannies. Yes. I dress up as Kev.
Yeah.
Like it's not really a typical workplace, but
old school marketing people would have a field day.
Yes.
Yeah. They would be like, what is this?
But it works, and
it's what people want.
Yeah, and it's what I want. I want to have fun when I go to work. Yeah. Like I have days when I'm in the silliest mood, and it's just the day. Maybe I don't do as much work, but that's what I like about my job, and I think the girls as well. Like we can have our moments and we can have fun, and I don't ever want it to feel serious unless in those moments when there's fires to put out.
Yes.
But other than that, we're just having fun, and it's working.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, you're building your community.
Yeah,
as well.
For sure.
That's all that's doing.
And when people meet us, like at our community events, they're like, how's Zach?
Yes.
And I'm like, right, my boyfriend, cool. I post him online and he's on the Aver account. That's why you know him. Like it takes me a second to register.
Like I know, I love him. Like when you guys did your Sydney pop-up and you were all doing the speeches, I was on a flight home from Brisbane and I was rewatching that YouTube video, and it was Bella's speech. I was crying on the plane. I was crying on the plane. I was like, what is going on? Like, why am I crying? Yeah. It's insane.
Genuine. That's why. Like it's not for our socials. Like we film it all because we know our community love to see it.
Yeah.
But take away the cameras, are doing the same thing.
Yeah. Talking about the girls, like we've said, all the girls are involved. Is that a conversation that you have with them or had with them? And how do you balance if you brought someone on and they didn't want to be on the socials?
Yes, I haven't had that issue yet, which is gorgeous. There's days when the girls don't want to feel, like rarely, but there's been moments when the girls are like, I'm really having a day and we've just had to film something. So it's like, no worries, like all good, we'll film without you, no problem. So that they're never forced, but it's just so fun that why not? Like if you're getting paid to film TikToks, like that you're laughing. But it is a conversation that we have in our interviews when we do hire people. Like when we hired Chrissy, the most recent one, we said, are you all good to be on socials? We're very social media driven and we're very engaged online. Is that something you're okay with? Like we do need to know that before we hire someone. It doesn't mean I'm not going to hire someone, but it is a massive part of the business and why the business is doing so well. And I do love the girls to have even if it's a small presence online, when we go and do pop-ups and stuff, I like our customers to feel like, Chrissy, can you help me find my size? And she's like, yeah, like we know you know? Yeah. So it is, I'm not going to lie, it's important to me that they are a little bit okay with being online, but I haven't had to cross that bridge yet.
And I think also because especially now, it is such a big part of your brand and your socials and also your marketing and advertising. Like you said, you're all wearing Aver in the TikToks and I would say brands nowadays like get at least half of their sales or more from socials because 100%. It's the only type of marketing and advertising there really is nowadays.
That's free.
That's free, literally. Still talking about the girls, you're managing and hiring a growing team of women who are all, in my opinion, very ambitious and have big dreams and goals for themselves and for the company. How do you create space for all of that energy, and how do you go about managing a group of incredible girls?
It's hasn't felt tricky yet. I've had my moments where, because we are friends as well, like we've become friends, you never want to have a shit conversation or tell someone off, especially like your age or whatever. It is a little bit uncomfy, but I always just remind myself, like, unfortunately, this is my job. I've started a business. I need help. I've got employees. If I've got to tell them something, I've got to tell them, even if it's in my face. It's my least favorite job, managing.
I was going to ask that. How do you navigate being a boss and a friend? Because you guys do hang out outside of work.
We do.
I couldn't imagine.
I cook the girls' dinner on a Thursday night and we train at my house. Like that is not normal, and I'm sure maybe one day, hopefully not, touch wood, I might shoot myself in the foot. But it can be tricky. It definitely can. But I'm always gonna, the good outweighs the bad for me. Like the amount of fun that we have because we all care about each other and we love being there and we have a laugh. We all got with the same humor and whatever. Like it outweighs the 10 shit conversations I have to have per year, which is barely any because I only have 5 girls. I'm sure as the team grows, that will grow as well. But we all understand that it's a growing small business, and so do I. So with that said, like my accountant tells me all the time, like maybe your next hire, get someone more senior and they can manage X, Y, Z. And I think about it and I don't mind for me, but I want the girls. You can't
imagine them slotting in.
Not that I can't imagine them slotting in, but I want to give my girls their opportunity first. Yep. Like for instance, Lauren in social media marketing, she's come out of uni and not many companies are giving her the opportunities that I am off the bat, straight out of uni. I see that she is great at her job. I also see that she tries really hard, and I appreciate that more than someone that's done it for 15 years and is like, I'm going to come in, I've done it before, you do X, Y, Z. Like that's boring. The fun of my job and my company right now is that we're all learning. We're playing guessing games. We're working things out. We're using our brain every day. We get to be creative, like the best job in my opinion.
Yeah.
Right? So I actually had a conversation with Lauren and I was sort of saying like, I want to give you your biggest and best opportunity before I go and just get someone that's done marketing in an e-commerce brand for 15 years, that's grown a brand to come and just do it here.
Trust that they're going to be able to adapt.
For sure.
With the times.
I feel like if I was Lauren, I would be like, I've put a lot of my eggs in your basket. I love my job. I want to grow and keep learning, and that kind of limits that opportunity a little bit. And if any of my girls in their interviews have said, I see myself, being in design, but then eventually being head of design and managing production managers and, garment techs and all of that, I'm like, hell yeah, like let's do it. I don't want to just cut that off for them before they have the opportunity to prove that that's something that they can actually really be amazing at. So that's a massive, massive part of how I feel like I am as a boss. Like I want to give people opportunities that I would have wanted as an employee, because you don't really get them and you get shut down. Like remember when I was a PT for a body fit, one of them, I would have like my ideas, or this might work a bit better, or this could be a bit more efficient. And it's like, they don't care.
No.
It's not.
They're stuck with their ways.
They don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, that's not the way to be, especially when there's people that are the best in XYZ at these niche parts of business, not the best at everything.
No. And you need the people that are to help grow the business. What do you think you've learnt most about being a leader since you've started hiring? Did it come naturally to you?
I think it does come naturally to me. Like if I think about primary school and high school, like if there was ever group tasks, I'm the one initiating it. I'm the one delegating. I'm the one checking off the work, like just naturally, not in a controlling way, but that's just my personality. I'm a Leo. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but just naturally I'm that type of person. So being a leader, I feel like does come naturally to me. Sometimes making decisions doesn't, especially uncomfortable ones. But yeah, I'd say it does come naturally to me, and I do enjoy it, and I love to, as a leader, just be kind and give everyone the freedom and the opportunity to feel like they can come to me, ask me questions, tell me things, bring uncomfortable things up themselves, and not have a stress rash or an anxiety attack because I'm this big scary boss. Like, no, it's not my vibe.
I want to touch briefly on what has brought you full circle, which we already touched on a little bit, which is Refine Coaching. We've said that you started off as a PT and now you've come back with a second business, which is Refine. You've got coaches, you're hiring people that you trust to follow how you want to train people, which is in confidence and building themselves up. What do you think you've learned from having Aver that you're putting into your PT coaching now?
Again, I think just authenticity is like my favorite thing ever. Like when I hired my two coaches, Tash and Sam, I said to them, like, be yourself. Don't try and be what you think I want you to be. I've hired you because I believe you're good. I've hired you because you're both very strong women.
Yeah.
And I've hired you because I also see that you believe in yourself, which is important. So do your thing. Don't doubt yourself. You're educated. You know what you're doing. And if you have an issue, come to me and ask me. We'll sort it out as a team or as friends.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like that was kind of, that's a no-brainer for me. Just being authentic and making sure the girls know that as coaches, and whether you're working for me or not, like you're still an individual.
Yeah.
You know?
Where do you see Refine going? Because obviously you only started that back up recently.
Very.
Where do you hope to see it going, and how do you hope for it to be different to your original PT?
My original online coaching brand was called Train with Taya, my middle name. And it was very, very linked to me, which I always found was an issue. I did try and hire a co-coach previously when my coaching business was too busy just for me to handle.
Yeah.
And it was tricky because people were like, oh, but I want to train with Taya. Like, this is not who I signed up to train with. And I'm like, oh yeah, but that's just the business name. So the rebrand was also a good opportunity for me to hire people that just fit the vibe and the mission and understand what I'm trying to do with Refine Coaching.
Yeah.
Because with activewear, I can give people confidence in a parcel, in clothing, they put it on and whatnot. But confidence starts from within, as cheesy as that may sound. It starts from within, how you view yourself, how you treat yourself, all that self-care that you do or don't do. That's where your self-confidence stems from, and looking after yourself. So I can't really do that with clothing. Can, but it's different. So yeah, Refine, I'd love to keep building that, see where that goes. But I would like to sort of intertwine them a little bit, not too much because I like them to still be their own companies, but intertwine them where the Aver girls want to be training and doing Refine Coaching, the Refine Coaching girls want to wear Aver. So I think that'll be nice, and they do gel really nicely together. But yeah, just see how that goes, grow that. And I'd love to do more community events with girls that revolve around fitness and training. So yeah.
Yeah, they go hand in hand. But
it's a good mix.
Yeah. I want to go into a little game quickly just to break it up. It's short answers, first thing that comes to your mind.
Oh, golly.
Okay?
Okay.
First up, what is the first thing you do in the morning when you wake up?
Check my phone.
We're all guilty. Gym before or after work?
After.
What workout move humbles you the most? I said RDLs.
Push-ups.
Really? I love push-ups.
Anything body weight? No. Like push-ups, pull-ups, hard, very hard.
See, I get addicted to chin-ups. Like I can't do them, but I would love to the point where I get addicted to trying.
Okay.
But I love push-ups, but I hate legs. So I feel like that's
I feel like
where
a boss when I do push-ups, but they're humbling. No. Especially if you haven't done them for ages, on your toes. Oh my God.
No, get lost. I did a Pilates workout and it was like one leg up in the air, push up. And I was like, girl, what's one trend in fitness that gives you the ick?
Front seams. Fitness or fitness like activewear?
Fitness.
Oh, fitness.
Workout.
Sorry. Well,
and then I was going to
seams.
ask you about activewear.
Oh, okay. Fitness ick, probably.
Like even gym ick.
Gym ick is like not re-racking your weights. Like you're an asshole for that.
Yeah.
Especially like the leg press, because I'm warming up with no weights on the leg press. Yeah.
And then you get a pre-workout of having to take the last person's weights off. No.
Worst.
Get lost. Who's one influencer you swap wardrobes with right now?
Oh, let's go like Kylie Jenner. Let's be real.
So
imagine her wardrobe.
Nah, millions.
Stupid.
Genuinely millions. What's the one work task that you always procrastinate?
Any sort of admin where I have to physically call people. Like I've got to call our business insurance because we've got a third warehouse and I've got to let them know there's going to be stock. Like, no, it's on my list. I probably won't even do it today.
Nah, I hate calling people. If someone's calling me, I let it ring out and hope they send a message. Me too. Just message me, please. TikTok or Instagram?
At the moment, Instagram.
I love Instagram.
Yeah.
I love the aesthetics. I hate the effort that goes into making an aesthetic.
I love an Instagram story. That is something else.
I love looking at who's been viewing.
Yeah. Oh, I actually never look at
It's like my toxic trait. I'm like stalking.
See, someone could be looking at mine every day, like a competitor. I wouldn't even know. I don't check it.
It's probably a good thing.
Yeah. But
Stay
I just
out of
love
your own
posting.
head.
I love a selfie. I love a Q&A. I'm loving that at the moment.
Yeah. Would you rather relive like the night of your first launch or redo your first collection? Redesign it?
Probably relive the night of my first launch.
Yeah.
That would be cute. Yeah.
What would you do differently?
On my
Nothing.
first launch?
Yeah.
I think I would have started TikTok earlier and I wasn't the face of the brand when I started it. I was trying to be really like nonchalant.
No one was at
yeah.
that time.
And
it
I
was
just
very new.
I didn't want people to either buy from my brand because they liked me, didn't like me, sorry. I didn't want them to have that opinion. I wanted them to just see the product and like the product and buy or not buy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but I wish I didn't do that.
Yeah. What's one thing your team would say is your worst trait?
Being distracting in the office. I distract, yes. It's really bad. I need my own office, but I would never be in it. I like to sing out loud. I like to, if I just feel like playing a song, I'm putting it on loud and the girl's like, oh.
My God.
I sing in different accents. I'm really distracting.
I guess my last one was, what's the most expensive mistake you've made? But it probably was
The $100,000 mistake.
that question, that collection.
Yeah. I hope I do not have to do that again. Yeah.
At least you recycled.
Yes.
I feel like that's
well,
the
do you know
positive
what?
that came
People
out
were
of it.
saying just burn it. And I was like, what? I think it's illegal. So luckily I didn't do that. But also horrible for the environment.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not going to get like biodegradable mailer bags and then burn all these. Like, what?
That's insane.
Fuck? No, yeah, literally.
What?
Literally. I said to the girls, I don't care how much it costs. Like, just find a company that'll come pick it up and recycle it. They make it into like, they're like, did you want a couch or something? I said, please, I do not need a reminder of all
I don't need to look at it every
I do
single
not want to
day.
sit on my $100,000 mistake. Thank you very much.
In couch form, please. These are meant to be on people's
funny,
legs.
but
Oh my God, that's insane. Okay, to wrap us up, if you could go back to day one Alice, what's one piece of advice you would give her?
I would say go all in earlier.
Yeah.
That's just the one thing that when I look back, I'm like, what took you 6 months? It took you to want to be the face, want to make TikToks, put actual effort in, not just call it a hobby. Like it was very much a hobby before that.
Yeah.
That annoys me when I think of it because now it's very successful. It irritates me that
it took you so long.
Yeah.
But everything happened for a reason, I guess.
Exactly.
What is coming up for Aver? You've done Melbourne and Sydney pop-up. Do you have any pop-ups in the future, expansion? Do you ever plan on moving beyond activewear?
Yes, to all of that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'd love to, like I said before, we've got 3 warehouses now, which is hell on earth.
Which is
the
crazy.
worst thing ever. So in the next...
For stock?
One's for pick packing, one's like literally just holding stock, like a storage unit, and one's our office and more storage and our cyclorama to film stuff. So I'd love for all my girls and all my stuff to be under one roof. That would be really gorgeous. That would just be amazing. But where we're located, I don't really want to go like rural personally. So that's coming up in the next 12 months. We're definitely going to have another, I reckon, 2 hires next year, which I'm so excited. I feel like our social, like our TikTok community as well is ready to have some fresh.
We need
You're
some
ready.
fresh.
Yeah.
I remember when Chrissy came, I was like, who is this?
Yes, and I love when someone new comes to do the whole introduction, the Q&A. We are traveling to somewhere else next year for a pop-up, not Sydney and not Melbourne, but I hear my Melbourne girlies, we're going to try and sort something out and in Melbourne as well. We've got our holiday collection in December. because that's obvious. That's not a secret. So that is going to be really exciting because usually our holiday collections, that's the only campaign of the whole year where my whole team in it.
Involved,
so
yeah.
I love that. Like everyone gets their makeup and hair
I love
done.
your like mini films you do.
It's a nice way to end the
so
year.
fun.
Yeah. And this one's really sickening, like full hair, makeup, like crazy.
Yeah. Oh my God, I can't wait
Yeah.
to watch on the socials.
Yeah, it's going to be sick. But so much coming next year, like 12 collections, mini drops, something else coming. I would love to tell you, but if another brand did it before me, I would actually cut my toes off. That was one of my shower voice memos.
I love that.
Coming
and
next
I
year.
also feel like because we know you document everything for us, like we don't have to worry about ever
missing out
on the behind the scenes.
Unfortunately / fortunately, we're thinking of you guys before us. Like sometimes like I'll go to say something and Lauren's like, gets her phone and she's like, all right, go. And I'm like, what we're planning.
Yeah. Even in the background, like you've got your bulletin boards and I'm like,
yes.
There's never anything in the background that I can see, but I'm
very
always
secretive.
looking.
We're very secretive. Even on our YouTube, like we cut things out because I'm like, you can see a bit of color in that, you know, you got to know. Like
people are detectives.
Hawks. Yeah. Zooming. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Alice, thank you so much for coming on. Honestly, has been like a dream of mine because I feel like my relationship with you guys has been so parasocial until I met you all last week. I was a little bit like, this feels weird. Like this feels so strange to be seeing you all in person and that you're actually real people and not like bots.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm so grateful that you came on and talked about Aver because I obviously already knew basically everything about the brand, but I think it's so good to put it out to even more people that might not know about it. So thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. This was nerve-wracking. My anxiety was peaking, but chatting with you, I got calm. So that's really great. Thank you so much.